Hey everybody, welcome back to another Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, The Golden Sea. In the previous session, a lot happened. So, first of all, we finally wrapped up in the capital, and Team Infinity was able to fight hard against Landorus, and Marshadow was able to purify them, who subsequently then gave the party Ostinato's body, along with the container that they were in. And afterwards, unfortunately, we had to say goodbye to Slim permanently as he succumbed to his injuries fighting valiantly against the capital. And Team Infinity made their exit as the Dynadashers made their way home. After a lot of grueling battles and a lot of intense tragedy and loss, they finally decided to just go home. And for a time, it did seem somewhat peaceful, outside of, Kara trying to jump off of the ship, but being convinced to stay behind. And while that was happening, Osnato, in his new identity, Iron Athymos, managed to break out along with all of his robot buddies, and are currently making their way to Cobalt Island as well. However, meanwhile, Micha, Chef, and Gemma decided to, late at night, go and visit Suicune to see if they could offer any guidance. And at first, Suicune was a bit lost, gave a little bit of information in regards to the super ancient Pokemon Kyogre and Groudon, but had been feeling a bit very down themselves, only for the island to be once again under attack. And the Dynadashers fought back hard against the invaders, those being the Kansai crew and Team Lightspeed, led by Stella the Gothitelle, who had gravely injured Chef's parents. And following an intense battle, Micha, through sheer desperation, proceeded to eat the meteorite that she found in Deoxys's island. And through that, it caused her to transform and evolve into the Dragon-type evolution, Mytheon. And then she was able to successfully finish off Stella, who then proceeded to literally disintegrate because she was using a strange, unnatural Megastone to give herself more power, and unfortunately it wasn't perfect, and she lost her life from it. And now we continue, not with how, we're gonna backpedal just a little bit, because I will admit, things were a teeny tiny bit rushed, because the first half of the previous session was a bit all over the place. So, while, we'll say the same time that Micha, Gemma, and Chef are all having their conversation with Suicune, we are going to bring ourselves over to another place of the archipelago. I mean, not the archipelago. It's the same island of Cobalt Island. We bring ourselves off to one sec, to a distant corner of the island, a personal one. As Yuri is visiting his family, he looks over at the grave of his wife, and next to it is another grave. One that it's not an intricate one. It's not an actual stone slab, it's just a rock with some inscriptions writing on it. And Yuri walks over to it, and he just takes a deep breath. If all goes well, I might be able to put this away. I don't know if I should be speaking to you here or inside. I don't know. Ostinato, if you can hear me, then... Hell, I just hope that if anyone can hear me, it's you, my love. I tried. I tried to be fair and loving, but also I tried to keep him safe. But I guess the more you hold on to someone, the more you have to lose. And the tighter you hold, the more likely they'll just slip on through. As a few tears flow down his face. I just... Come home, Ostinato, please. That's all I can ask for. As he turns around and slowly waddles away. And eventually reaches his home. And then he goes inside. Where he is keeping Ostinato's capsule safe. This house has become too big just for me. So please, my boy, come back. Come back. And he simply just stays put for a time. Until he hears a knock at the door. What? What? Draco, if it's you, please. I understand that I was about my outburst earlier. That was unprofessional, but please, And from the doors, like, oh please, I'm not who you think I am. I am just a traveler. May I come in? And Yuri's like, fine. Whoa, oh my god. Hold on, Roll20 decided to be funny and just mess up on my other screen. One sec.
It's very silly of them.
Yeah, I know, right?
Always silly at the silliest of times.
Literally. It's like I'm trying to have a moment here. Alright. And in walks an Alakazam. He's like, oh, hello. I'm sorry, please forgive my assumptions, but I've never seen an Alakazam around here. Are you from this island? Oh, no, sorry. My name is Geller. I'm just a traveler, but I needed to find some shelter for the night before I continue my travels. Oh, very well. Actually, you're more than welcome to stay the night. Guess I could use the company.
Don't mind the corpse in the jar.
And he's like, oh. Well, thank you. I very much appreciate it. What is your name by any chance? Yuri. Well, nice to meet you, Yuri. Say, what's that back there? Oh, listen, it's a long, complicated story, but that over there is my son. He was gravely injured, and I'm keeping here safe until he recovers. You didn't... Forgive the assumptions, but you don't seem sure about yourself. In that sense. Forgive me, I'm just an old man worrying about his only child. I'm just trying to do what's right, keep him safe, but I'm starting to realize that there's only so much you can do. Yeah, my old man was the same way. But not to worry. It's all gonna be over soon. I hope you're right. Anyways, if you don't mind, I simply just have one thing I'd like to ask you. Yes, what is it, Keller? I'm going to have to ask you not to interfere. And he's like, excuse me? And Geller proceeds to hold one of his spoons and psychically pick up Yuri. This is for your own good. What? Let me go! And then, with one swift motion of his hand, sends Yuri into the wall. Oh! What are you doing? Some unfinished business. As he slowly proceeds to levitate towards Asanada's body. No! Leave my son alone! Stay away from him! And Geller proceeds to hold him up again. He's like, oh, fine, you want to do this? You want to make things more difficult? Get out! And then sends Yuri flying off, crashing into a window. Now, let's hope that the boss's experiment proves useful to us. Well, hey, if we can't even use this thing, then it'll at least cause some carnage. And creating a small little portal, Geller causes an orange crystal to appear in the air. He holds it up with one hand telepathically. Or telekinetically. And then with the other, he sends out a small blast, shattering the glass containing Asanado, whose limp body just falls off. Wake up, Asanado. You have unfinished business. As he proceeds to raise Asanado's body, and then shove the crystal through his head. And then, for a split second, nothing happens. Great. That's a disappointment. And then, the body twitches. And a menacing aura emanates from it. There we go. That's more like it. And then the body of Asanado darkens. You're still nothing but a limp corpse. Don't worry, I'll take good care of you. And then, around that... What's up?
Why are there blades coming out of his head?
That's not a blade, that's a
He
crystal.
shoved a crystal through my face, yeah.
Oh!
Not even I knew this part was coming.
I warned you. I warned you. Alright, one sec. Where is the...
So why do you have to eat my dad?
Kind of
you know.
rude, if I'm honest.
Oh, wow. Don't care. Don't care,
Yeah,
didn't
You want
ask.
to ask for trauma and suffering and receive trauma and suffering?
Exactly. Alright, we are going to shift our focus to Iron Athymos. At this point, you've been traveling a long time, and eventually you find shore. And you come to a small little shoreline, and you see a small house. Do you choose to disembark?
Are the others with me at this point?
Yes, they are.
I'm gonna ask them what they plan on doing first.
Alright, let's see. We'll put your tokens here. We'll say that Iron Thorns and Iron Valiant are like, oh, so this is... Iron Thorns is like, this is actually a pretty nice place. Although, can we get a bit closer to land? I'm not the most agreeable with water. Don't worry about it, Thorns. I'll help you. And then as you guys are looking around, Iron Athymos, you notice someone who seems to be like a bit roughed up. You see a pincurchin over here with what looks like some shattered glass as they're like wincing in pain and struggling to move.
Mm-hmm.
That Pokemon looks troubled.
Yeah, I pointed out and say we should figure out what's going on. I thought this place was like, from what I heard, this place was like really chill and peaceful. This does not seem right.
Thorns, you go inside and make sure that the others are all right, and if we need backup, bring them over. Let's go. And
Right.
Thorns is like, all right.
Iron
sure.
Valiant can like telekinetic.
Yeah.
Off a boat.
And then as they proceed to jump down, excuse me, are you all right? And the pincurchin's like, my son, get away from my son. And let me see. Jack, I want you to roll me a D100.
Ah,
Ah.
I'm gonna be a little cool and quirky.
oh,
Oh, okay.
dang,
Yeah,
that's low.
huh, yeah, light work, no reaction. Yeah, you. I was gonna say if you anything resurfaces in your mind. Nothing, nada.
No thoughts, head empty moment.
Mm-hmm.
And but yeah, so this pincurchin is just basically saying, my son, get away from him.
I think ask Valiant. You want to go check this out, or I think one of the others can probably stay back with this guy.
Very
But
well.
something seems wrong here.
I'll go in. You stay with this one. He looks in pain. As Iron Valiant walks into the door. And then at this point, the pincurchin finally raises his head. Is like, "Who are you?"
And for me, that's a little bit of a hard question because I know my name, but that's about it. So I'm just gonna introduce myself. I'm Athymos. But do I even know who I really am deep down? No.
No, nuh-uh.
But yeah, I can just say my name at the very least.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, Athymos. Please help my son. He's in danger.
At this point, can I say like I have a silly robo communicator that I can just like call them up from the ship because I'm a robot? And just say
Make-
like have them come and
Make
check
a
technology education.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool. I'm just gonna call one of them up to like wash the dude. While I go to help Valiant.
Okay, alright, so we'll say that you basically actually since over the trip you were able to like calibrate so that you could partially because Iron Valiant has some telepathy and also because you're all in a cybernetic matrix system. I don't know. Basically you guys are able to communicate with each other. So who do you
I'm
contact
messaging to have-
first?
Who do I want? Guard. I'm gonna call in Bundle.
Okay, you're gonna have them watch over this guy, or are you
Yeah.
gonna go in? All right.
Rosa's gonna go in. I'm gonna have him, Bundle come out and watch him at least.
Okay.
I think Bundle's kind of a similar stature and is kind of, like he's more gentle than some of the others.
All right. Iron Thorns helps lead Iron Bundle out. Proceeds to slowly flap over. Is like, everything all right?
Not sure, but could you watch over this man? Something's not right, and I need to check in on Valiant.
Okay. All right. So you go in to check on him, and so backtrack a little bit. While that conversation is happening, Valiant has made his way inside the building and sees a strange Electros and an Alakazam. Well, hello there. Hello there. Seems this place is having all kinds of visitors. Although, I'm afraid I don't have time to chat. I need to be going now. Who are you? What is that? Oh, this? Not to worry. This is just my associate, Ostinato. Now, again, we need to be leaving. And as they're about to make their way, Iron Valiant holds their blade aside. Is like, I'm afraid I need to ask you a few questions. Namely, why was there someone saying that their son is in danger right outside this house? Oh, that old man? Oh, please, he's just in mourning. You see, he lost his son quite some time ago, and we'll say that he can't exactly accept reality.
Bro is Delulu.
Oh my god. And Iron Valiant looks at Osinato's corpse. And then back at the Alakazam. I don't have time for you to come up with your decision. Either get out of my way, or I'll make you. I've had to deal with taking orders for far too many unlikable Pokemon. I'm not gonna start taking orders from some new crack job. Ostinato, get rid of them. And then Ostinato proceeds to just, without even hesitating, grabs Iron Valiant and just pulls them aside, slamming them down onto the table, completely shattering it. Let's get going now, shall we? And Iron Athymos, right as you are about to walk into the door, you are suddenly blasted back as the door is just broken open. And you are sent careening back. As in front of you are a strange Electros with a large crystal embedded through his head and an Alakazam. Ostinato, no, please, leave my son alone. And Iron Bundle immediately goes on the offense. And hey, Jack, let's see.
Hydro Pump now!
I call dibs on Iron Thorns.
You know, Iron Thorn is not a tank. None of the people
It
here
has
are tank.
some pretty good defense.
All right, okay, one sec.
It's got a quad ground weakness is the unfortunate part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
Where's
unfortunately,
the ground part to it?
Bro does not have
Earthquake Alakazam!
Yeah, Bro
There's
does
no way
not have
Alakazam
air balloon.
limits Earthquake.
I think it gets Earth power. I don't know.
Oh, that's
There's some sandy gas on the ground.
Yeah. So Iron Bundle sends out a Hydro Pump towards the Alakazam, only for Ostinato to step in the way.
Oh no!
Oh, and then the Geller's like, oh my god, what is it with you all? Enough with the interruptions. Asinato, get rid of this one. And Asinato proceeds to create this electrical, this shadowy orb of electricity and send it directly into Iron Bundle.
Now, wait, how able am I to physically move in and, like, intervene, like an intercept type thing? Or am I just, like, knocked
you're knocked down. Right as you stand up, you see Iron Bundle get sent flying back.
Yeah.
As their entire body just jittering from being electrocuted, and also having this like strange strange shadowy wisps just whirl around their body, and they're just completely unable to move. Last chance, old man. Get out of the way, or you'll be seeing your son real soon.
And it's at this point, now that I've gotten up, that I start to walk in front to try and defend the dude.
Alright. It's like, and then,
I'm gonna yell to Thorns, hey, get ready to get the others if need be.
And then Iron Thorns is like, yeah! And then he immediately just, like, rushes back, and you hear very, faintly, we got a situation! Alright,
He's assemble.
okay, and then Geller's like, You're one of our... No, something's different about you. There's a spirit in there, isn't it? And, Jack, I need you to roll another D100.
Alrighty.
Ooh, okay.
Much better roll.
Sorry, I'm eating chips. Alright, so, all of a sudden, you're like, your entire body pauses, and you look around, and you're getting this incredible sense of deja vu, and it's confusing, because you don't understand, and then all of a sudden, your mind is greeted with flashes of you in a much smaller form, like, going down this path, and having a conversation with that pincurchin that's behind you. And then you hear that you're saying that you're gonna go off on a walk. And the pincurchin tells you to be careful. And you say that you will. And then you go off. And right as your vision goes back to normal, the Electros proceeds to just sock you in right in the faceplate, just slamming you down.
Like, is that electrically charged slam, or is he British punching me?
No, just, actually, no, not electricity, some strange, some dark energy, and it just, like, slams into your face, and, like, slightly cracks your faceplate as you just go down.
Dang.
And we'll
I
say...
can't ability that one.
Yeah, no Volt Absorb on that one. And we'll say that you'll take,
oh wait, could I use a silly reaction?
In what regard?
Boop.
Unfortunately, because you were so taken aback by that sudden strange flash,
yeah.
That strange flash back,
Yeah.
you cannot react in time. And I'll just say that you
yeah.
lose 2 ticks of hit points from that.
Cool.
And
Lost and I'll do way more damage than that.
yeah, but I'm trying to be nice and fair.
Yes.
I'm saying you can't do anything, but I'm not gonna bully you too much. And so then then what was it? The pincurchin steps in front of you. He's like, leave him alone, please. Get away from my son. Roll me another D100. Okay.
Mid-roll.
Alright, so you can't help, all of a sudden you're like, feel like a sharp pain in your mind. Like your body outside of the crack on your faceplate is fine, but you can't help but still feel like you're having like someone jab into your metaphysical brain. And you start feeling these memories rush back as this pincurchin is just like talking to you, and then you can realize from his tone he's like reprimanding you, and.
Oh yeah, that's what brings a flashback is reprimanding.
Yeah. He's reprimanding you, telling you, you need to be careful. I don't want to see you get hurt. Please. Alright? I understand. You want to adventure. But I need you to be here, okay? I'm not like your mother. I'm not a fighter. I can't keep you safe if you get in trouble. So, I need you to stay close. Please. Ostinato, my son. And what is your reaction to all these?
I'm more like bewildered and kind of dazed by everything.
Yeah,
like,
so you don't know what's going on or how to process it right now.
It still feels like, at the same time, it feels familiar, but it also feels other to me.
Yeah.
As in, like, I'm gathering this is myself before I die, but like. I still don't feel like that person necessarily, but I know the connection's there.
Yeah, you're
like,
starting.
I feel it. I get it intellectually. I don't get it emotionally.
Yeah,
really.
You're starting to catch on, and Geller's like, oh man, you all just really like to walk into your own deaths. Whatever, Ostinato, end this miserable excuse of existence. And Yuri looks up at what used to be his son, is like, please, my son, I know you're in there somewhere. Don't do this. Don't do this, please. You're stronger than that. And Ostinato stares at the tiny little pincurchin. And then, with just a moment of wind-up, sends a shadow-filled backhand right across his body, sending him flying off and tumbling into the sand. So much so that it actually scares these crabby away. They all immediately just book it into the water.
At this point, I'm starting to physically get up again after I got smacked last time.
Yep. And Geller's like, I believe we've wasted enough time here. Come on, Ostinato. It's time to go. And using teleport, Geller proceeds to disappear. And then Ostinato, staring right at you, Iron Athymos, conjures up a large spectral shadow and then walks behind it, disappearing.
Bro pulled the guillotine.
I mean, similarly. And then right as that happens, Iron Moth and Iron Jugulus fly. I was like, where are they? And then Iron Valiant sort of like walks out of the door, or well, what remains of it. He's like, I thought I'd be more used to this body. I should have reacted to that in time. Athymos, Bundle, are you all right? And by now, Bundle is like slowly like picking themselves up, is like crawling over. He's like, yeah, everything kind of hurts. Take it easy. And everyone's Moth and Iron Moth and Iron Jugular are like, what's going on? Thorns said that something was happening.
And I speak up, they got away. I couldn't react in time.
And from back in this beach, you hear help me. And Jugulus and Moth are like, oh hey, I think they need our help. Hello? Athymos, do you approach?
Yeah, I walk along with them. But I'm still a little bit dazed, both physically and like mentally at this point.
Yeah, you're very conflicted right now.